they protected us. And if you did the math or you're listening carefully, you know we have 1.5 million realtors and they're only covering about 1 million. Well, what happened to the other realtors? They're either already in another lawsuit or they were part of another lawsuit. The other thing I want to let you know is that all these lawsuits have nothing to do with buyers. It's all about sellers claiming that they didn't know what was going on in the transaction. So for us realtors, who I feel like we're going back to about 1985, is they're going to require that the multiple listing service, all 600 around the country, by July, remove any communication about what a buyer agent compensation may be. So right now, we have beautiful pictures, lots of details, so much information on the home. And at the bottom of the listing, we literally write how much commission the listing firm, and the seller is offering to pay out to the buyer agent. And so that's going to be gone. So we realtors will not know if the seller is offering any compensation to the buyer agent or if the buyer is going to have to pay the commission to the buyer agent. We're not going to know who's going to pay who. So there's going to be a lot of phone calls, a lot of questions, a lot more work to get information. And honestly, if some buyers have to pay the commission, they're not going to be able to buy a home. They just won't have the resources to be able to do that. The other thing that's going to happen, and this, you are not going to like this, because if you thought back in the 90s when we presented the Working with Real Estate Agent brochure and it was not a contract, it was just a disclosure and we needed your signature on it before you could see the home, you're not going to like this one at all. Part of the settlement is, as a real estate professional, I cannot make an appointment to show any property to any buyer unless they have signed a buyer agency agreement that spells out how the commission is being paid and how much it is. So most buyers are not going to want to sign contracts. And by the way, when you sign a contract, you can only sign with one person. So or hopefully that's all you do or you'll really be in trouble. But they're not going to want to sign a contract before they can get in to see a house. I mean, that's very hurtful to them. So as I mentioned, a lot of first-time home buyers are already pushed out of the market because of the interest rates, and they're getting pushed further out of the market right now because of the changes. They're just not going to have the money. Or they're going to have to buy a home without any representation.